Welcome to TCS. This is our showroom introduction. We've got here a UK registered, imported 2018 Dodge Challenger 5.7 HEMI V8 with an RT Shaker Plus, 8-speed auto. It's the LA platform, the later one, built May 18. This one has got a, I'm not going to call it a dirty secret, I'm going to call it a clean secret. This one runs on petrol and LPG, which costs £4,000 to add. She's in Knuckle White with red Napa leather and alcantara. She's done 47,000 miles, but she looks like she's done 27. She's got a huge spec with $12,380 worth of extras. So she's got a 28S package, which is the Shaker package, which is $6,500. She's got the TorqueFlite HP70 8-speed auto gearbox at $1,500. She's got a power sunroof at $1,295. The technical group package $1,195. The convenience group package at $1,095. And she's got the 8.4 inch Uconnect system, which was $795. I'm going to do some quick stats. We've got a 5.7 V8 with 375 horsepower with 410 pound-foot of torque, 0 to 60 just over 5 seconds, quarter of a mile in 13.5, top speed is 155. She's ULEZ exempt and the road tax is $325 a year. The weight is approximately 2,000 kilograms. She is averaging 27 imperial miles per gallon. Her fuel tank is roughly 15 imperial gallons, which will give you a 400-mile range. So standard on this vehicle, we've got an Alpine sound system with an amplifier and subwoofer. We've got a super track pack with the yellow dampers. We've got the heated and vented front seats, the heated steering wheel, the HID xenon headlamps. We've got high beam assist, forward collision and adaptive cruise control, which is a brilliant thing to have. CarPlay and Android, power driver seat, power windows, reverse camera and reverse sensors. We've got blind spot monitoring for when you're changing lanes, which works very well. We've got the bright pedals. We've got remote start on the key and voice control. So she'll have all clearances, so Carfax is clear, HPI clear, Experian clear. Date last service was 27th of March 24 at 46,872. MOT expires 5th of December 24. We've got both the keys, all the books, the build sheet, the documented service history, the invoices, as well as the stamps. She's got an S5 tracker for your insurance. I've got all the documents for the IVA and the VOSA certification. There's no outstanding recalls with Mopar. We've got the original bill of sale. Back then it was £53,000 equivalent. Now, today, that would be £66,000. The LPG invoice we've got, that was £4,000, and we have a 90-litre LPG tank. And we would estimate the 90 litres will take you around 350 miles. So combined, you've got around 700 mile fuel range on this car. Previous owner was mainly living in Portugal, so for the longer trips that suited him. Brilliant idea, great cost saving. The LPG at the moment is ranging between 70 and 90 pence a litre, including VAT. It's got low CO2 and it's got low carbon footprint. It's the cleanest of all the fuels. It's 99% less particulates than diesel. Not that you can buy these in diesel, but so this is a very clean running, long range, cheap to run Dodge Challenger. She's got the shaker hood, which I love. It gives you a lot of pantomime, especially when you drive the car. Some customers do complain, I can't see down the bonnet very well, but they're missing the point. The whole thing is, when you're driving it, to give you that feel that you've got that huge engine, and I look at it as a pretend supercharger. But so one thing I miss in the Hellcats is this shaker hood. because it just does add a lot of pantomime to your driving experience, and that is what having this car is all about. Right, let's start taking a look inside. So you've got the electric power sunroof which slides back, and you've got a slide to go across underneath as a blind. So we've got here Napa leather and red Alcantara. Now I see cars with black leather all day long, and any time we get anything different, I love it. I love the red. Again, it just adds some personality to the car. It has got red calipers, it's got red badges, it's got black and red stripes. So the theme of this car is, other than the chrome wheels, which again I love, and these are the original finish on these wheels, they're not been refurbished, and they are in incredibly good condition. So the theme's car is white, black and red, which go really well. We have got an upgraded Hurst pistol grip, and the original gear lever is actually underneath the console, wrapped and tied into a bag to keep it clean, and that is because apparently if you disconnect the electronic loom on the gear lever, it will throw up a management light. So to avoid that, you just leave it all in situ, and you fit this pistol grip, which is quite a good looking thing. Let's turn the radio down. So we've got red Alcantara. There's no wear on the bolsters, it's all good. Previous owner very slim. We've got adaptive cruise control, which is operated on the right hand side of the steering wheel. So you set your speed and it will maintain the distance between you and the car ahead. Alpine sound system. The LPG button is there, and what happens is the car will initially start up on petrol, and then it switches straight over to LPG, unless you turn it off, of course. Right, so let's have a listen to the exhaust. So standard exhaust, but nice and loud anyway. If you want it even louder, what a lot of people do is remove the rear silencers, which are called resonators, which is at a cost of about £200, and you just put straight pipes. It will still pass the MOT. Keep the old silencers. Now the LPG is filled via this connection here, and the tank will never rust because the tank has been put in the boot. I've never seen such a big LPG tank. Now normally in these Challengers you've got a big boot, folding rear seats, split folding rear seats, but this one has its special. Let's pull this back. We have an absolutely humongous, well balanced, very nicely fitted 90 litre LPG gas tank. Now if you're the lucky person that buys this vehicle, I will go with you, because we've got LPG literally just around the corner in a place called Latchington, and you and I will go and fill the tank up together, so you know how to do it. Fairly easy to do once you know what you're doing. A bit frightening the first time you do it. Now because this car came via, it's an official GCC car from Abu Dhabi, from the Dodge dealer out there, with all the certification, and we have the sign off on the inspection sheet. She is as dry as a bone. So she came over, she was actually first registered January 19 in Abu Dhabi, which is part of the UAE, and she stayed out there for 2.5 years and came over to the UK in 21. Previous owner then took her mainly to Portugal, so she's lived in dry climates all her life. We are going to wax oil her, but on the factory build sheet it does actually state that it did have the chassis coating done from the factory, I guess because of the sand out there, whereas over here it's due to the weather, the poorer weather. Right, let's get the bonnet open. So this car would be definitely a car for car shows, and dry as a bone underneath. And as you can see, I mean, I have de-dusted under the bonnet, of course, but it came in pretty much like this, and it wasn't all sandy and dusty as they can come in from hot climates. So there you got the shaker hood and the shaker hole. Looks great at a car show with the bonnet up, really does. You got the cold air intake from the factory. Engine's clicking away all nicely. You can hear I can hear the fuel injectors tapping away, as they should do, nice and healthy. All nice and clean under the bonnet, ready for this year's car shows. We've just changed the oil. We actually got oil came in with the car, and the oil is therefore now completely transparent, as you can see. Hopefully you can see. Let's get that on there. There you go. Absolutely transparent. So fresh oil, just been serviced by GT 101, our friends in Colchester. So this engine is done now just shy of 47,000 miles, fully bed in. These bed in at 40,000 miles, so it's just about bed in. So she drives nice and loose. And that engine will go on for a good 150 to 250,000 miles. You've got the daytime driving lights are switched on at the moment, which look fantastic. They can be turned off at a flick of a switch on the dash. Got the RT HEMI badges, they've been added, they're not standard. The 375 HP has been added, the shaker is standard. It's got the shaker hood, or they call it the top package, which is the stripes that go over the top. And then this stripe has been added, the red lines badge stripes have been added, and that does hide, you can't see the LPG cover. You have got a lock-in fuel cap on this one. We do sometimes see these. Let's have a look inside. So you've got Apple CarPlay. You've got Google Android, so you can have all your navigation and apps that you use on your phone on here nice and easily. We've got all of the track and performance pages. You've got your adaptive cruise there, current mileage at 46,901, auto headlamps and auto wipers. We've got garage and front gate remotes as well. Okay, so we've got heated and vented seats on there. So the vented are those ones, heated are above. Navigation, so you link in your phone and use either Google, Android, CarPlay. We've got remote start on the key as well as remote start in the car. There's two keys, his and hers keys, 375 horsepower on that one, 375 horsepower on that one. So equal share there. Just pull the gear lever back, so the pistol grip has got a trigger on that side. There's your climate control and your super track pack, and that will bring up on the dash some more features and your launch control. In the glove box we've got the original full toolkit, including the shaker spanner for undoing the shaker hood to top up your oil. We've got lock and wheel locks, we've got owner's manuals, etc, etc. And we've got the shaker badge over here. We've got phone connectivity and streaming. We've got all of the apps, performance pages. It will tell you how many horsepower you're using, etc, etc. On there. That'll take a little while to warm up, always does. So here we've got vehicle info, just been serviced. We've got 100% life and oil. Performance, top speed on this car is 136, that can be reset. Fuel economy, audio, let's just go back to this a second. So here we've got the power, interestingly, if you're doing motorway speed, sort of 70 miles an hour, you're only using around 30 horsepower. You've got a dyno, we've got engine, which will give you the oil pressure, the horsepower being used, and the pound-foot torque being used whilst you're driving along, which is good to look at. You've got the gauge cluster, we've got the 0 to 60 gauges, etc. So lots to play with when you're sitting in traffic and you're not moving. So, electric steering column, just trying that as I'm talking now. You've got the Alpine speaker system with amplifier and subwoofer. Red door cards, all matching colours. We've got the original windscreen on this car. You can check that by going onto the base of the windscreen. It'll have a silhouette of a Challenger. If that's missing from your car, that means the windscreen's been replaced with an inferior non-Mopar screen. This windscreen has got a few little chips in it that have been repaired. Nothing's in the line of sight, and I wouldn't bother changing the screen, because 10 minutes after changing it, very often what happens is you get another chip. So I would leave it well alone. Can't get older screens in the UK, just give me a call directly and I'll help you find one. Right, so we've got here a 2018 Dodge Challenger 5.7 HEMI V8 RT Plus shaker package. Great spec with all the options you'd want. Nice mileage, massive bonus having LPG, because that will cut down your fuel bill. Your 325-year road tax. She's got full service history, all documented. Right, so thank you for watching. Please do like, share and subscribe.